Dearly beloved, we have gathered here today to get through this thing called Mix CD. My name is Mike, part of the SPDM crew, and I love making Mix CDs. Each week, we give our guests a theme and an 80-minute time limit for which songs they're going to pick for their Mix CD. This week, we're going to be talking about R&B songs, and I have my buddy Shane to thank for this because for his episode of the on his YouTube channel, he asked me to create a list of 10 songs that I like, and to narrow it down, I picked R&B. So I felt inspired to expand this list out and make it mixed CD length. So as long as as I can remember, I've loved R&B music and specifically 90s and 2000s R&B. So unfortunately, things like Michael Jackson or Lionel Richie aren't going to make this list, even though I do love them. So I took a look and I found some R&B songs that I really like. And this by no means is full of all the songs that I would put on this list, but this is a list to get me started. So first, I'll give you my top 10 that I gave to Shane when I first started this list. So I've got Versace on the Floor by Bruno Mars, Don't Leave Me, Blackstreet. One thing to note is that the rules I have for this is that I am trying not to double dip and just give everyone a chance just to be showcased on the list once. Otherwise, I would have a whole playlist full of Usher songs, Bruno Mars songs. So I didn't want to do that. So Don't Leave Me by Blackstreet. I do like that one a little bit better than No Diggity, even though I love that song. Otherwise, it would have made my list if I hadn't put in those parameters in place. Try Again by Aaliyah. It's from the slightly underrated movie Romeo Must Die, but I do love this song quite a bit. One Two Step by Sierra and Missy Elliott. I've got All I'll Make Love to You by Boys to Men. Again, another artist that I would have on here multiple times, but I have to show a little bit of restraint. I've got Neo, Sexy Love, Want to Want Me by Jason Derulo, Buy You a Drink by T Pain and Young Jock. One Step at a Time by Jordan Sparks, and If I Ain't Got You, the Alicia Keys and Usher version. They did a version of that song kind of at the same time that they did a version, or they did release My Boo as well. So both of those I love. Other ones that are on this list, All My Life by Casey and JoJo. I could have had a couple Casey and JoJo songs on here, but I chose that one because it reminds me of sixth grade Friday Night Alternatives, where we just that was the slow song to play. No Scrubs by TLC. It was a close call between this and Unpretty, and even gave some consideration to Waterfall, but I did love this. I've definitely made it well known that I think the song Bedrock by Young Money is just one that I adore, despite the fact of how ridiculous it sounds. I've got Down by Jay Sean and Lil Wayne. I guess including Lil Wayne and knowing that he's in Young Money is a bit of a cheat, but hey, whatever, it's my list. Let's Get Married by Jagged Edge. I really toyed with including either this or Where the Party At, so I could get Nelly in there as well. But I got to admit, I like the song better. I got The Man by Aloe Black. The Weekend was another one that I had a hard time trying to figure out which song to pick, but I can't deny that my first exposure to The Weekend was Earned It, the song, the Academy Award nominated song, and the one from 50 Shades of Grey. I've got Together Again by Janet Jackson, that Velvet Rope soundtrack, or the Velvet Rope CD is just cemented in my head as one of the great CDs of our time. And then I end it with This Is How We Do It by Montel Jordan. Always reminds me of my Uncle Dave, who loved R&B. As for what am I picking for the album cover, I think I'm picking a picture of my Uncle Dave, who him and I loved R&B music. So any opportunity that we got to listen to it together, I greatly appreciated. But it'll be a picture of my Uncle Dave's truck with a one of those CD players that you would plug into a tape deck, so that we could listen to R&B music that way. So that's my list. Well, my friends, the time has come to end this episode of Mix CD. Be sure to like, rate, and subscribe to anything and everything SPDM Crew wherever you get your podcast. Join us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and Blue Sky at SPDM Crew. Check out our website soon to be out at spdmcrew.com. You can follow our playlist on Spotify and Apple Music at Mike Hilty. Shout out to High Flyer Creative Studios for making our awesome logo. Greatly appreciate their support. And if you have any marketing, logo, or brand standard needs, contact them at highflyercreative.com. If you've got a podcast idea or you're interested in being part of the SPDM crew as a guest or collaborating, email us at spdmcrew@gmail.com. Until next time, no matter what happens now, you shouldn't be afraid because I know today has been the most perfect day I've ever seen.